Yo, what's going on, guys? Big K Trades back for another year of trading setups and market information for you all. I hope you all had a great 2025 successful year and ready to move on to 2026. So, virtually, what I'm going to be doing is, at least at a minimum, is fortnightly updates for you guys just on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. We'll probably take a look at gold, the S&P 500, and Nasdaq 100 as well in the broader equity market. So, pretty much, I'm happy to be back here again with you guys. I'm going to try and stay more consistent with you this year. And yeah, pretty much we'll jump straight into it. I'm going to try and keep the videos under around 10 minutes so it's nice and easy for everyone to get the information that's needed. And hopefully we can all have a great year in the markets together. So we'll pretty much jump straight back into it. We have Bitcoin here. So it's been a while since I've been with you all. So we'll do a little bit of a broader market update and then we'll jump into the lower time frame stuff a little bit. We had Bitcoin topping out back in October here at 126,000. Since then we've been in pretty much a downtrend with the last five or 6 weeks of consolidation. Pretty much what I'm seeing here would be it's a little bit of a bear flag pattern in my opinion. So we've come down and then bridging out here, and then that's generally like the flag, and then you start to run back down lower. It can be a little bit of a continuation pattern of the original trend. So that's something to be mindful of, but not saying that has to play out. I mean, for the last 4 weeks, we have been setting higher lows, all the way through here. But just the way it looks is continuation of the trend at the moment. As you can see, we have the longer term moving averages in the black here. That's the 200-day moving average. That's then rolling over. Upward trending 200 moving average constitutes an uptrend in the market. That's then rolled over. So now you have to expect bounces to be sold rather than to be bought. So yeah, we've been struggling to get above the short-term moving averages as well here. As you can see, we have the 10-day in green and then 21 in yellow, and red is the 50 or 55-day moving average. It's the 55 on this one at the moment. And we're just trying to break above the 10 and the 21, which is constructive for the time being. But we really need to start taking up above this 90,000 level. A break above 90,000, that starts to get a little bit more constructive because then we've then set a local higher high. But at the moment, it's been pretty much lower highs, and yeah, so just virtually a consolidation at the moment for the past 5 weeks. As we've made our way down from the all-time highs, we had a slight break here back in October. If not, we're looking back to August. So it has been a bit of a depressing kind of, a very depressing kind of 6 to 12 months in markets, especially altcoins. We can get to that a little bit later, but Bitcoin for the main beast that it is, it's a little bit lackluster. Yeah, at the moment it's trying to do something, but it's holding on by the skin of its teeth. But really, I'm watching this trend line here, which is the last line in the sand. Kind of, we have it from this wick down here at 80K. That's a bit of a last line. If that tends to break, then what happened then? We lost everything. Hang on, don't know what happened then. Anywho, let's have a look if that comes back. Don't know what happened then. Anyway, there we are. That's a weird one, but yeah. Basically lost 107, then we lost 100. Once we lost 100, it was pretty much game over. We had pretty much everyone turn bearish right around that 98K or the 50 week moving average, I think it was on the weekly, or 400 day moving average on the daily. Let's have a look. We'll flick it over to 1 week and we can see the long-term trend that got broken here. We've been holding this 55 day. Let's have a look what we got on settings. Yeah, we've been holding this 55-day moving average. We have not closed below that the whole way up. And then as soon as we got the break, we had that massive down candle. We tried to bounce off it here. Unsuccessfully didn't reclaim that 107, which resistance. They broke it. We broke it down here. So there was resistance all the way. We broke up. We held above that 107. We came up to 123, 126. We broke down. Okay, boom. Failed breakout. And then here, resistance as well. We're turning that 107K into the resistance. That then broke. The 55-day then was closed below with a weekly candle. That then, in many people's terms, deemed the bear market to be over. I'm not exactly calling that for now. I think a close below 74,000 would deem that for me. That would have to be defended very, very sharply. Any weekly closes below that level, I'm starting to get quite concerned. And I think then we can see lower down towards the 50s. But we're just taking it level by level for now. Yeah, that's pretty much Bitcoin. We'll jump into Ethereum. Here we are, same kind of scenario. We have the downtrend that we've been in, lower lows for quite a while now. Yeah, we peaked back here in August, I guess, August 25. We had that candle here. So yeah, at least probably 5 months ago, we peaked out in Ethereum. We've been trending downwards, and then the last kind of 3, 4, 5 weeks have been consolidating back up, trying to get a decent break, but I'm not seeing much action here. Maybe a break above this 3100 level would be a little bit encouraging, but for the moment, this 33,450, 3450 level, that's what I'm looking for at the moment. We haven't seen the 200-day moving average in the black here roll over yet, so still considering this a broader uptrend. But once that starts to roll over, then yeah, I'm going to turn even more bearish. Key level here, this 3,000, 2,900 level, that is being held. As you can see, support, pretty much support all the way through. Support then turn resistance on this downtrend here. Then we got that break above. Yes, we broke below it, and now we've been able to recapture it. So that's a very bullish thing for Ethereum. So yeah, kind of that in between at the moment, just to wait and see what happens. I'm not buying right here. I would be selling at a break. I would be taking, like, if I was trading this, I would be keeping an eye on this 2,900 level. That is key to stay above. That breaks, I think we do see low, and then we also had this ascending trend line here that we can use as a bit of an indicator for sentiment and price as well. Jumping into Solana. Solana's just holding on by the grit of its teeth as well right here. We got massive support here in Solana between 126 and 117. That pretty much needs to hold unless we're going down to 96 to 98. Around this level here would be the next target. And then below that, I think it's pretty much Goblin Town. You got 80 down here, and then after that, it's the write your own ticket virtually. But at the moment, as you can see in this purple box here, we got this support band, this support area that we have this whole cycle through here that it has been holding on to. Yes, we got the breakdown here and recapture, but then boom, breakout past here. We ran into resistance here, fair enough, but then we use that as support again to make another run up. So yeah, just holding on by its skin of its teeth again, just above its 21 and 10-day moving averages in the green and yellow here. So yeah, just kind of on that 21 now, just above the 10. So short term it looks okay, but broader term we've been in a pretty much a downtrend, 200 days sloping downwards as well. So yeah, Solana, be cautious. Would not. Yeah, if you're buying here, set your stop loss slightly below, maybe 113, 110, something like that around there. That defines your risk to take on the trade. You could take your risk from that level and then play it higher. If it breaks below, you got your stop loss there to save you. But because if that breaks, then it's danger zone. Next stop would be 80, so that'd be from here, like if that breaks, a 37% decrease. So things to keep in mind. We'll jump into gold, have a quick look. I'll jump in the S&P 500 real quick. S&P on a nice uptrend here. It's been looking pretty good. We made a high from back in December into the end of December, but then just it looks like a pretty bad candle, which it was, but it was only 0.74%, so not too concerning. Breaking right onto that 21, so we'll see how price reacts here, and then if it doesn't react well, we'd probably imagine to come down and retest around this 6700 level, 6770, around this 50-day moving average. So S&P is looking good for the time being, but I just want to see how it reacts with the 21-day. But yeah, virtually off these lows here too, we got a bit of an uptrend starting too. So higher lows, we reset a higher high as well, so that's good. Then we reset another higher high, so this is definitely a nice little uptrend. But we just want to have a look. We had a slight break of all-time highs here too. So, and then we broke below quite quickly, so it's a little bit concerning on that price action, but broader uptrend, 200-day is absolutely sloping upwards, well above that at the moment. Above all key moving averages, and let's just see how we react here. Even if it pulled down to the 50-day, that could be a nice little buying opportunity as well, back at this 6770 level. And Nasdaq, pretty much the same boat. Didn't set a higher high though in the overall terms, so as you can see, we are setting lower highs, but then we have this uptrend recently that is setting high lows as well. So we'll just see how this little pennant tends to, that could be a continuation, A, B, C, one, and then boom, breakout potentially. That would look quite nice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, that finishes that, and then we could start off up again. Interesting to see, but yeah, higher lows at the moment, but also forming lower highs. So that's giving us this little pennant pattern. Generally, that could be a continuation as well. So, but just waiting to see what happens there. Yeah, we'll have a quick look at gold. Gold's been on a pretty decent run lately, but then recently just pulling back. right on or above moving averages. I think we've got the 13 and 21 on this chart at the moment, Fibonacci numbers. So we have this breakout, and then after that we had our pullback, and now we're kind of just retesting the underside right here of this, so that's an underside retest. We have previous resistance here, so I do want to see us break above virtually where we're right now, 4,380. We do want to see a get up above that. Otherwise, that would just be a failed breakout into a retest of previous resistance here. And yeah, that wouldn't look good. So an underside retest of resistance. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. If that gets above, happy days, but that's a key level right here. We have these daily closes all at this 34, 33, 3400, 3370 level. Yeah, so just wait and see on gold. Potential short if that does fail to hold and break above. But if that gets up, I think we can see all-time highs pretty shortly at 45.50. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. I'm happy to be back with you all, and I'll be tuning in again in the next kind of maybe week, 2 weeks. If we get some decent price action, I'll be a bit quicker. If anything major happens, I'll be right here with you guys. But I hope I could help and give you a little market update of what I'm seeing in the charts. Feel a bit rusty being my first one back for a while, but yeah, should be all good. We'll keep going, keep pushing through, keep improving, and if there's any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll get to them, and yeah, like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks. Peace.